All right, it's another beautiful day. I'm out here. I got some time. I was sitting there. I was resting inside my Airbnb, and now I got some time out. I just want to do a little talk. I think it was good. And one of the things I always do is I love talking about fathers and traveling and doing interviews. So since I've been here, I really had like a lot of time to think. And if y'all hear the roosters in the background, just that's how it is over here in the Philippines. Hey, they got roosters and all kinds of stuff going on out here. And the crazy thing is, I was sitting here thinking about fathers and kids and stuff. And one of the things I thought about, and I've thought about this before, as a man has millions and millions of sperm. He can fertilize like one egg. And a female, she can fertilize. She has her one egg, and then that one egg takes 9 months, just like it would any other type of human. 9 months, and then after the 9 months, she has the kid. But the thing about it is, as a man, you have these millions of sperm, and I'm not promoting guys go out there and get all these women pregnant. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that as a guy, have you ever sat down and thought about how many kids you could have and then what type of legacy you could really leave behind? And the thing is, will I have more kids later on in life? I don't know, maybe. Will I get married again? Maybe. We'll see. Probably. But still, I have two kids, and no matter what happens to me, even if, and I'm not being negative, if I die or something like that happens, no matter what, like my legacy is gonna go on for years, thousands, hundreds of years. And it's not just about me, it's about just helping the fathers all around the world and knowing that this is a great opportunity just for guys to know that always think about what you're gonna leave behind on earth. Because once we die, we can't take our house with us. We can't take our car with us. We can't take our money with us. And these are things that we always got to think about. If you look at a lot of these guys, and I love watching history, I'm always watching it. My girl be like, Chris, be watching the old folk stuff and everything. Because I'm always watching movies about Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Roman Empire. Like, I love that kind of stuff. And then I go to church, and when they talk of the church, they're talking about the Roman Empire and how it impacted certain things and stuff. But what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of these guys were like kings, emperors, and rulers. And one of the things that they had to have is they had to have an heir. An heir meaning an apparent person that's going to take over once they die or right before they die, who they have in charge. And one of the biggest things about it was this is the key. The key is they had to have a male heir to take over because the guy was going to be the next king in line. And a lot of times, these kings, they wanted to have at least they would have 2 to 3 sons so the sons can take over. And another thing that they also did is they built their empire stronger by having, let's say they have multiple kids, and then this one kid, he might be king, and the next kid might be the one after in line to be the king. But what they would do is they would strengthen it by having allegiance and alliances next to these other empires that were close by, and they would have them get married. They would have their son get married to the other person's daughter. That way they had a good communication, good relations, good movements, good trade, and different things like that. And I never really thought about it until I was watching the movie and I looked it up and I was reading and stuff like that. I got two boys. Like, if I was like a king or an emperor back then, even if I'm still not even with their mom, I'm not with their mom. But the crazy thing is, if I was like a real king, like, the kingdom father's world and promoting this stuff, I already got two apparent heirs to take over. Like, if I was to have 3 or 4 more sons and have some type of business or something like that, they would be first in line to really take over that kingdom and take over that domain and keep it going to one generation to the next generation and have my last name go on and on. And I was like, wow, because I never really knew that they had to have sons. Because what they would do, and it's kind of crazy, I think it was one of the kings, like King Louis. I'm not positive on the name, but one of the things that he did was the woman, she wasn't having kids. And sometimes what they would do is if the woman couldn't have kids and the king married her, what he would do is one of these kings just killed the woman. That was one. Or they had a mistress that had other kids and they took care of it. Even when you go back and you read your Bible, they had instances like that where it was like Adam was supposed to have kids and then he had kids, but then some of his kids didn't have kids till like later on and stuff, and God made a promise to them. And that's the thing, is like, wow, I never knew how blessed I was as a father to have kids, and really not just that, to have males. Don't get me wrong, because I still want a female, like one day. And it could happen. We'll have to see what happens. But to know, just having kids, and there's fathers out there who are infertile, there's mothers out there who are infertile, and I think sometimes you don't want to take it for granted to where you say your kids are bad or they get in trouble and different things like that. Always count it a blessing to be able to have kids. Because once you have kids and stuff, I mean, nobody can really take that away from you. And that's just something you really just want to take into consideration, is that always just be there for your kids. And the thing about that is, like, I'm so happy, and I was blown away to know that if this was a king, if I was some type of king, and I do kind of consider myself like I guess you could say a king, kind of like I pioneered this channel, Kingdom Fathers World. Like nobody else is doing this. It's my creativity and praying and asking God just to lead and guide me to really help fathers like all around the world. And like, I just love how YouTube really gives me this experience to really express my creativity, because I want to bring just wonderful content to y'all, interviewing fathers, pumping out tons of content, helping fathers, helping mothers, helping families become better people. And that's the thing though, just it's amazing to know that these kings and emperors had to have sons. And I never thought about that. And I was like, wow, I got 2 kids, 2 sons. My name gonna carry on for the rest of eternity, the rest of life. They have kids, and then it keeps going and going. I mean, even if I could have 2 or 3 more sons, and I'd be like my whole little own empire going on. Like I built my own little domain, my own little area, have a farm and all that. And that's something I just want to tell y'all about. Like, just think about that. Your name is going to be going on. Like, nobody can take that away from you. And if you have sons, if you lead them in the right way and you guide them in the right way, they can really make an impact. Like, my dad is not even on earth, and I'm over here making content, and I have his last name Payne, and I'm able to make content and help fathers around the world. And I think it really has helped me just knowing like my dad's story, since I always say he did self-delete. And one of the things about it was that he was adopted though, but he was adopted into his own family, and then not really knowing his dad. And then I'm here and I'm like, man, it's just a blessing to be able to have an opportunity to pump out content and help fathers all around the world. Like knowing that my dad is not even here, he's dead. His dad is dead, and then his dad is dead, but I'm still here helping fathers become better fathers because his father wasn't there for them. And the thing is, I can help fathers all around the world. And that's something I really count is like a blessing, because it's like, how in the world could I do something like that? Like, you know what I mean? That is just an interesting thing, that I had the opportunity to have a topic and have something in the discussion to say, I have an opportunity to make an impact on the world. And that's something I just want to encourage you about. Like, I'm so happy that I have an opportunity to do that, but it's not always just about me. It's about just helping you as individuals and parents and fathers just become better people. And a call to action, I really just want to encourage y'all just to, if you have sons, think about it like you have your own empire and your own kingdom, and your name is going to spread on like forever, your last name, like your namesake, and really count it a blessing or something like that. So what you want to do is just always just think about that in terms of like being a blessing. So always try to teach them the right things, and remember to hit share, like, and subscribe. As always, we're going to have good content coming out. That's just how it is. And that's something I just want to encourage y'all. Just be the best father that you can be, and keep pumping out content and keep helping out fathers. So remember, like, share, and subscribe.